All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into this episode of the Gamecock Club Hour, presented as always by Krantz Cooling and Heating. And as always, we've got a special guest from South Carolina football joining us today, transfer offensive lineman. It is RJ Newsom. RJ, man, we appreciate you taking the time. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you?
So, RJ, we're going to let the fans maybe get to know you a little bit here on and off the field. That's the beauty of these NIL interviews is you get to kind of let them see what you're all about. And so let's talk a little bit about just how you got here. I know you've been at South Carolina since January, transferring in. Can you give us a little insight? First of all, what was it like to just enter the transfer portal and kind of have new options, have coaches hitting you up, I'm sure, on Twitter and your DMs? And then what was it like kind of going through that recruiting experience with South Carolina this time around?
Well, I didn't have any intentions on hitting the transfer portal. So when I did hit the transfer portal, I really didn't know what to expect. This was my first time being in the transfer portal. It was an experience for sure. Luckily, I'm later in my career, so I knew what I was looking for, and South Carolina had what I was looking for, and that's really how I narrowed down my decision. It was kind of overwhelming, to be honest.
Yeah, I bet so, man. You're kind of, I'm sure, looking for that perfect fit, looking for your next step in your college career. Obviously, you land here in Columbia, SEC program, a program that seems to be on the rise, 9 wins last year. When you took your visit to South Carolina, what were some things that just maybe caught your attention? Like when you say you found what you were looking for, what were some things that just stood out to you as you got that little view of the program on your official visit here?
Um, when I first entered the building,
Mm-hmm.
the team was navigating, like they was navigating through their schedule or whatever, and like just seeing how they interacted with each other, it seemed like a brotherhood. Um, Everybody looked excited to be there. It was something that I could see myself being a part of.
Yeah, for sure, man. So now you are a part of that. Like I said, you've been in town since last month, and been getting settled in. I know y'all are going through winter workouts right now. We aren't quite at spring practice time yet, but just how has the experience been for you so far in terms of just getting settled in, getting locked into Luke Day's weight program, and just all the things that go along with being at a new location, new school, new coaches, all those various things.
The biggest thing for me was being able to adapt to something new, something bigger, and the the adapting that I had to make was, like jump all in. It was either all or nothing, and that was the only way that I was going to survive throughout this winter process. Luke Day's program has been working. I went from 283 to 310, so it's been going good. The adjustment, far as like getting to know people, making connections with my teammates, my coaches. I just been trying to, went over the room, spend time with the people, get to know them, and where they come from, so I can understand who I'm playing with, and building a relationship.
Yeah, man. You said earlier you are a little bit further along in your career, so you've obviously been in various strength programs to this point. Without fail, every time we have transfer guys on the show, they say Luke Day's kind of plan, I guess, is a little bit different than elsewhere. But they also, like you just said, they say it works. So, what insight can you give us as a guy who has been in other programs? What maybe stands out about Luke Day, the person, but then also just kind of his approach to strength and conditioning?
Luke Day have this self-starting energy that is contagious. Like when I show up to work and I might not be feeling it, the second I hear Luke Day authority, his eagerness to get us to work, I'm ready to go. Like, and it's great to have because I'm a self-starter myself. So like his energy, just seeing the way that it navigates through the room and everybody buy into that, like he really uplifts you, he makes you want to work, And as far as like the resources, and we got everything that we need. So that's a little bit about Luke Day.
Yeah, and along the same lines, RJ, a lot of your teammates have talked to me about Yemi Rodriguez, who, for people listening, may not know, is kind of the team nutritionist and is tasked with making sure you guys are like getting enough protein and eating the right stuff. And some other guys have told me it's kind of very customized in terms of what he expects from each player. As someone who has put on some good weight since you got to Columbia, what has the maybe nutrition aspect of being here meant to your journey so far?
Yeah, Yemi, he's a good nutritionist. He really makes sure that you're taking all of your vitamins, getting your food, making sure that you're hitting the numbers that you need to hit that day, or simply making sure that you got the hydration that you need to perform. So everybody around the building it's custom to whatever you need. So we have weight loss guys, we got weight gain guys, weight maintain guys, and Yemi makes a plan for each player based on your body composition.
What has that looked like for you, just in terms of like a day in the life, like trying to make sure? I imagine probably leaning on some protein shakes in there too to make sure you're getting everything you need. How many calories are you talking? Like, how is it? Has it been difficult at all to eat maybe as much as you have to gain weight, or not really?
I mean, not really. I've been eating all my life. It's just like what to eat and what not to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that is also like you have to build a schedule. So once you get your schedule, it makes it easier for you to buy in the plan. And for me, I probably take in like 4,700 calories
Mm-hmm.
around there. And I'll probably drink like 2.5 gallons.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to at least give me 2 gallons. Some days I hit 2.5. Super hydrated. I get my meals, and the weight that I do burn off, I get it right back just because I'm a high carb protein guy. So
Have the guys warned you yet about the Columbia heat? I know you haven't dealt with that yet because obviously it's been cold out. But in terms of hydration, now you're from Memphis, Tennessee, right? So
yes, sir.
you know you understand the Southeast, but Columbia heat is it's just a little bit different, man. Have they talked to you yet just about the importance of hydration once we start getting into the spring and then the summer conditioning stuff?
Yeah, I heard some crazy numbers. I heard some numbers that I haven't seen before. So I'm definitely looking forward to it just for the experience, but I know I'm probably gonna dread it just like everybody else. Um, Hydration is key. I do take it serious. I abide in it because I try to give the best performance daily, and so I'm gonna attack it. That
Mhm.
heat gonna attack me. I'm gonna attack the heat right back.
Yeah, that's a mindset you got to have. I feel like, especially as an offensive lineman like yourself, man. What's it been like getting in that room, getting to know some of your teammates? I know college ball, it's a little bit different these days. Like you're gonna have guys in the room that have maybe been there 3, 4, 5 years. You're gonna have some freshmen in the room, then you're gonna have some maybe veterans, but that are new to this program in the room too. How has that group started to get to gel? Just these last couple months.
They made it easy. Like normally you have to navigate your way through each, teammate just to, build that relationship and then it all comes together. But like the day that I came in, my boys told me, "Hey, this is RJ. RJ, this is boom, boom, boom," and Case and Henry, Tree, all of those guys. They make it easy. It's a brotherhood. Like I enjoy the room that I'm a part of. Coach Teasley put together a good room. Coach Teasley, Coach Shane. So I'm looking forward to building more with them. We got a long journey ahead of us, so it's gonna be huge.
It seems like Coach Beamer, and honestly, this has kind of been the case since he arrived in Columbia. Very much, you hear about culture, you hear about team building, and likes to implement those activities that are maybe athletic based, but not necessarily football based. That are kind of they serve maybe a separate purpose. I see the videos coming out. I saw we had maybe some like wiffle ball or softball or something going on the other day. We had dodgeball, which looked fun. Can you give us some insight on those activities that are still competitive activities, but also are a little bit different than just like that daily football grind, I guess you might say?
Yeah, one, you're around your family, you're around your brothers. So you get the laughs, you get to see everybody socialize, see who they are, because people tend to open up when we're not in our line of work. And I think that it worked on the team bonding aspect of communication. It caused us to put together a strategy to beat the opposing team on our own. Like our coaches wasn't out there; it's us, and we have our team captain. Each team have team captains, and it forces us to work together so we can come out on top. Because at the end of the day, we are trying to win the trophy.
Is there, RJ, is there a trophy at the end of this? Are we keeping score along the way? Is there a trophy for each competition, or how is this going to work?
There's a trophy for each competition, and then there's one big trophy.
Okay.
It is
All right.
one big reward.
I
So
mean, this sounds fun, actually. How has your team done so far? Are we trending in a good direction?
yeah. We're trending in the right direction. We made playoffs in wiffle ball. We lost in the final four. And we should never lost. We bad coaching on our behalf. That's on us. Um, Dodgeball, we lost in the championship. They got hot. They started hot on us early, and then the game got away from us. But we made it to the championship in dodgeball. So we're looking forward to next week. Next week we got something coming up. It'll be huge. It's more aligned my work. More
Okay.
in line of my work.
Little tease there. I like it. We'll look for it. I'm sure they'll post some video. Did you see the video that they posted on the like official Gamecock football account with the slow motion from dodgeball? Did you see
Oh
that
yeah,
one?
yeah, I did.
Pretty good stuff.
It got pretty competitive. Like some guys was throwing some heat.
It looked like it, man. Hey, so who in that video, you couldn't see their face? Somebody jumped and did like a split in the air, dodging a ball, looking like Saquon Barkley or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know who that was?
Jay Lewis.
Okay.
Yeah, Jalewis.
Oh, okay. All right. That
Jalewis
was
Solomon.
yeah. That was an athletic move, man.
Yeah. Defensive backs, they got the hops, the
Yeah.
explosiveness.
Yeah, that was so Beamer was out there trying to dodge some
Yeah,
balls and stuff too, it looked
yeah.
like.
So each team got a DH. Each team got a DH, and the DHs are the coaches. They can come in, sub in whenever, you know.
Uh-huh.
And so yeah, Coach Beamer stepped out there. He thought that he was gonna show us up. We had to let him know.
Got to. Got to. Okay, yeah, this is fun, man. I like that. I like, first of all, that we're talking about this, and that sounds like a really cool way to just, like I said, get away from the grind a little bit. And so, RJ, we always like to ask the guys, if you're not playing football, not working out, can't have anything to do with the game of football, what is RJ Newsom doing in his free time to sort of get away a little bit? Any hobbies or just things you love to do?
I built Legos.
Okay.
I cook a lot. I enjoy cooking. Um, Basketball. I play basketball every Friday. What else do I like to do? Play video game from time to time. I'm a big arcade guy, as you can see. My
Okay. Yeah.
arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much. And I have my puppy over there. That's all that I do. Like
What kind of puppy we got?
I have a pit bull. I rescued her last year.
Okay.
Tw- yeah, January 5th, 2024. Got her from Humane Society.
What's her name?
Reese.
Reese. Love that, man. That's Reese might be chilling back there, I think.
Come here, baby. Where
Oh
you at?
yeah, there's Reese.
Yeah, there she
Beautiful
go.
dog, man. Beautiful dog. Um, a lot of the guys talk about the video games. RJ, what are you? Are we CFB? Are we 2K? Are we Call of Duty? What's kind of your go-to?
Black Ops. I
Okay.
like Call of Duty, and I like NCAA. I play a little bit of Fortnite here and there.
Mhm.
Madden. I used to be on Madden heavy, but ever since NCAA came out,
Yeah.
that's all I've been on, to be honest.
Yeah. What what was that like as a college football player when you found out, hey, they're trying to put the players in the actual game? I mean, had to be a pretty cool moment.
It was, especially like when you're in the game, you're like, there's no way that somebody paid attention to my game and
Yeah.
they're about to try to implement it into an actual video game and something that I can like, and on the brighter side, like something that I can give to my kids, show my family, I'm in a video game and I'm in 26 video games, it's 27, like it's crazy. So just the thoughts and the opportunity that provides for the young athletes that's coming up is huge. It starts your fan base early because all the kids is on the game.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people just know you. All right, I seen you on the game. You let up a tackle.
Now, did they do you right on the rating at Western this past year, or you hoping for a little bump going into your time here at South Carolina?
I was content. I mean, I didn't think that people like knew who I was coming out of JUCO.
Right.
So I didn't expect anything over a 70. Like 70 has to be the highest.
Right.
I was rated a 69 coming out of JUCO, which some JUCO players was a 67, 65. So
Yeah.
I was solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then mid-season, they had updated the game, and I was a 75 overall. So that shows some improvement. So I'm looking forward to keep on building that up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're trending in the right direction for sure.
yeah, for sure.
So you mentioned we talked a little food earlier, but that was more in terms of like getting your macros and your calorie counts and your protein and all that. You mentioned cooking. What are there some meals that are like your favorites, like kind of go to? Maybe if you got a cheat meal or something other than just chicken and rice and all that stuff that maybe is on the football side.
I'm a big carbs guy. I love my mashed potatoes, so I do a lot with like spuds. I make me some spuds sometimes, and I really just freestyle off of that. And then I always have my fibers. The only vegetables I eat is pretty much broccoli, green beans. You know, keep it simple.
Yeah.
The quick ones. But yeah, I freestyle off the spud. Like sometimes I do like Philly steak, and then I run it off that. Sometimes I do chicken or just a regular ribeye steak, chop it up, put it in there, whatever. So I do a lot of pasta, a lot of shrimp, chicken pasta. I really don't even have any cheat meals. I cut that out. So like when I
Mm-hmm.
was building my plan, I had lost a lot of weight. I was 345 coming out of high school. So when I got to University of Memphis, I was weight loss. And then my body composition like changed. I started trying to eat again and stuff, but I'm still losing weight. And I end up getting down to like 268. And during the season, I was stuck at like 275, 280 at most. So, and that's what I went into JUCO as. I went into JUCO as 280, and then I had built that up to like 295 into Western at 295, was 305 the whole off season. And then I played in season at 295 that whole 2024 season.
I got you. And so you said 310 around abouts right now.
Yes, sir.
What? How do you feel about like? Is there kind of a goal? Is that where you want to be at? Maybe do you have a goal as far as what you want to be in terms of the bulk you'll need in the SEC, but also like keeping that mobility and stuff like that?
Mobility is the strong suit of my game. So like that's something good that's helping me out through this process, is that I already having it and I don't have to learn,
Mm-hmm.
how to bend, how to move. Um, right now, my biggest focus on just making sure that I put on the right weight, because that's most important. Just front knocking off the fat, just building myself up. I think going forward, I just have to stay to no candy, no sugars, water. I keep the sugar low on my drinks. I don't intake calories on my
Mm-hmm.
drink. So it keeps me trending in the right direction. I always show up to, hit my points, hit my goals that I'm trying to hit daily. Ever since I've been in this winter program, my numbers have increased. So I'm getting faster, I'm getting stronger. So I just got to stick to the plan. It's
Yeah.
working itself out.
Man, I actually, so we cover recruiting on my day job on Gamecock Central. And every time somebody commits to South Carolina or visits South Carolina, I always go back, try to find the film. And so I watched some of your JUCO film, and I noticed, man, you're one of those guys that you're down the field sometimes just trying to find somebody to hit. Like I feel like you've got that aggressive mindset, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, but I feel like you're the guy that's willing to get 10, 12 yards down the field. All right, let me clean up somebody else. Let me get to my teammate, help him up if I need to. You're just involved, I feel like, which is a high compliment, I feel like, for an offensive lineman. From your eyes, from your perspective, what is kind of your mindset to playing your position?
Playing my position, it's we play the longest on the play because we're playing before it even before the snap even snaps.
Mm-hmm.
And I hone in on, playing through the whistle. That's the biggest thing. Effort, you can't teach effort. Effort is a non-negotiable for me. Like I told you, it's all or nothing. So the whole play, after I do my job, I'm trying to find more work. Just because I laid out one guy, I gotta get another guy. It's somebody else that's still running around chasing the football that I protect. I'm protecting this football with my life tonight. And that's how I play the game. So, and what you described is who I am. And I take pride in that. And I'm glad other people notice it.
Yeah, I mean, it's apparent, man. Like it was obvious. Like the second I flipped it on, I'm like, I like the energy this guy plays with. As you get into here coming up spring ball, and then of course getting into the summer, and then we'll be turning the page to the regular season. Are there any specifics like on the field that you want to be focused on the most in terms of your continued development, whether it be like a specific technique or just anything like that that you're going to be focused on kind of this spring and the rest of the off season?
Yes. I take pride in finishing my opponent. And I would like to improve on finishing first level defenders better, and more efficient. That's something that I really been honing in on, just so I can make that translate later in the spring, going on into that season and the next upcoming season. So that um, I play with a ton of energy, a ton of, it's like life. I call it life,
Mm-hmm.
like, because it give other people more life. When I see my opponents, or when I see my teammates tired or down, my energy uplifts my teammates, and now we're stronger than what we were last play. I play the game each single play, and I dropped the last one. New play, dropped the last one, new play. So every play, you gotta build that identity back up. You have to, because every player has a point where they're down, where you just. I try to be that crutch for my teammates, for the guys that I put work in with. I just try to be that extra boost, and I got extra to give. So that's what makes me special for the rooms that I've been in.
For sure, for sure. And so, RJ, have you ever been in Williams-Brice Stadium for a game?
I have not.
What have you heard, first of all? Have you seen any like the videos, the like hype videos where you can kind of see the crowd on YouTube and all that? And what do you think it's going to be like to kind of just run out there, look around the tunnel and be in that atmosphere for the first time, just from what you've seen and heard so far?
From what I've seen and heard, I'm expecting a pretty electric crowd. I'm expecting like noise, that you're gonna hear later on after the game. I heard one of the guys talking about that the papers shake off the table when the crowd screams, like just stuff like that. So I'm ready to hear it. I played the biggest stadium that I've played in my career has been Alabama Stadium, and that was eventful. It was eventful, regardless of the outcome. So I'm looking forward to it.
And along those same lines, man, since this is the Gamecock Club Hour, what support have you seen in this program so far? Just kind of wide reaching, just from NIL to fan support to, the Gamecock Club is kind of the base that makes sure you guys as student athletes have everything you need. So can you speak a little bit about just what the program has been to you so far?
They have been completely supportive, inspiring. Like, every day you wake up and every day doesn't just feel 10 out of 10, But once you get around the people, once you get up once you enter the building, all of that emotion leaves. Like you're around people, like-minded people. That's what it feels like. We all got one goal, and that's to grow, get better, and we all there for the same thing, regardless of what your role is in the building. And that's been completely huge. Everybody that I've encountered with that's in our facility, they have been welcoming. I haven't had any troubles navigating, finding what I needed. I couldn't ask for anything better, to be honest.
RJ, this has been a blast, man. Certainly appreciate you taking the time today and kind of sharing some of your story, your journey with us so far. We certainly wish you the luck, this spring and going into the fall. And hopefully we can do this again sometime, man.
Yes, sir.